If you feel overwhelmed wondering how to set up your nutrition coaching business, let me assure you, it can be done in 4 simple parts. In part 2 today, we are talking about setting up your nutrition coaching business systems so you can officially do online coaching. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin. Many nutrition coaches struggle with feeling confident, even outside setting up their business systems. So on my channel, I help them gain the confidence to transform the health and lives of others, allowing them to build a successful nutrition coaching business. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you subscribe. Working and talking with online coaches made me realize there are some key thoughts or stories that are holding online coaches back from setting up their coaching systems. One of them is, there are so many serious decisions to make and I don't know where to start. Or they're wondering, what if I make a mistake? They don't know if even anyone wants to buy from them, so why should they go through the hustle of everything? And they don't even know how online coaching works, and they don't know if they can actually do it. And I want to assure you, through talking and working with online coaches, it's not as challenging as it might seem right now. I'm breaking down the whole process of starting your online coaching business into 4 steps. In the last part, I talked about how to find your ideal clients, how to get in front of them, and how to start conversations with them. If you're interested in that, you can check out the video here. Today, we're going to talk about your business systems. And the first step is to choose your name. And your business name is actually much less important than you think. My personal recommendation is use your name. You are the product of your business. It's the coach-client relationship that is so important. So you can use your name and maybe add a health coach or a nutrition coach. This strategy is particularly helpful if you're not entirely sure yet what niche you want to focus on or how you want to coach. So it's just you are the product. And my challenge for you, take 15 minutes, choose a name, and then let it go. Focus on the next thing. You can post your name in the comment section below to give you some extra accountability. For the next step, I want to make sure that we are absolutely clear on something. I am not an attorney, and I've never established a business in the US myself. So whatever I'm going to talk about, take it with a grain of salt. Whatever I'm saying, always double, triple check and ask with an attorney. Your mindset should be, there's a German guy on YouTube telling me what to do, I better check that. So when you want to set up your business, it's super important to talk with an attorney because they know the laws and in and out. But I also believe as a business owner, it's our responsibility to understand the process and our options as best as possible. While the attorney knows the law, nobody knows your business and your vision as good as you, apart from knowing your personal situation. So it's very important that we are informed about our options so we can ask the right questions and make the right decisions. So where can you find an attorney and what attorney to look for? I would use a quick Google search and search for something like business law attorney plus your local area. And I would also look if they have Google reviews and see if other clients have been happy with their work. How do we set up our coaching business? Sole proprietorship, LLC, or S Corp? The sole proprietorship is the most accessible and the least complicated business entity. The benefit is you're operating under your own name, the setup difficulty is really low, and you have barely any setup costs. The downsides are it doesn't add any business protection or protection against liabilities. So it's my personal opinion, it's not a recommendation. This could be a good choice for people that have very little startup funds, that don't have a lot of personal assets, and people who are running their business from home. It could also potentially be a good option if you're not sure if coaching is actually something that you want to do full time. So having a low entry into the coaching area could make it more accessible. But again, it's my personal opinion, it's not a recommendation. The LLC is a little bit less accessible, but it adds a layer of protection. So you have a protection against business debt and liabilities, and you have some tax advantages. On the other hand, you have higher admin work, you have higher setup work, and you need to file documents with an attorney together to get your LLC. So in my personal opinion, this is a good option for people who have some startup funds, who have personal assets that they want to protect. If you're not running your business from home, so if you're not an online coach, and if you're sure that coaching is going to be a full-time career. I want to mention something quickly because this idea of the layer of protection often feels very compelling, but it doesn't always protect you against personal suits. So if somebody thinks of because of your service they have been injured, they can file a suit against you personally and against your business. So that's why it's super important to also have an insurance. And I recommend that you talk with your attorney about your best options for a professional liability insurance. Option number 3 is the S Corp. It's the least accessible business entity, but it has the biggest tax advantages. So upsides, you have protection against business debt and liabilities, and you have extra tax advantages when you make profits beyond your personal salary. Downsides are you need additional support from the attorney, you have even higher admin work, and you have even higher setup costs. So in my personal opinion, this would be a good option if you already have a business that is established and profitable, so you can turn your LLC into an S Corp and take advantage of the tax advantages. What I'm going to say is my personal opinion, it's not a recommendation, and as always, it's a German guy on YouTube. So whatever I'm going to say, double check, triple check, and talk with an attorney. In my personal opinion, I think setting up an LLC on day one when you're an inexperienced coach and you maybe want to do this as a side gig is too much. It creates a lot of costs and hassle that is not really necessary. Once you are a little bit more experienced and once you see you can consistently attract clients, then it's a good opportunity to set up your LLC or maybe an S Corp. So what to do next? What we have talked about is a super oversimplified overview of the different business entities. The wisest and best option is now to talk with an attorney or a tax professional about your particular situation, your funds, your personal assets, your situations, your experience, and then make an informed decision together with them. Again, I talked earlier in the video on how to find a professional in this area. Once you have set up your business entity, you have to register it for taxes, and that's pretty easy. You can search on Google tax registration US and then register your online business online over the website. The final step that I want to talk about today is opening a business bank account. At first, it might seem a lot easier and cheaper to add your business financials and your personal financials together. But there are actually a lot of downsides of doing that. First, you can't track your expenses really well. By having two separate accounts, it's much easier to track your expenses, especially in the beginning where you might buy a lot of courses, a lot of books, and a lot of equipment. So you really need to make sure that you know what you're actually spending. Another benefit is it looks much more professional. So the online space is still kind of shady and you don't always know who you're working with. So having a solid financial setup gives you some extra credibility. There's also one thing that very few people talk about, and that is that you actually pay yourself a salary. You want some money out of your business. So you start by paying yourself first. So you create a steady income for yourself. And that means you have to check the expenses. The expenses come after your income. And the moment you fall behind with your payments, this will give you an extra boost to get to work. So paying your salary from your business account gives you not only accountability and stability, but it also pushes you when you start to let go a little bit. And there's also one thing that sounds a little bit abstract in the beginning, but you become an investor by having two separate bank accounts. You may want to do a course, and if everything is together, you would just pay for it. But if you have a private and a business account, you can choose, am I waiting and earning more money before I spend the money on my course? So the business created the money. Or you think, oh, am I taking something of my personal assets and invest them in my business? Having these separate roles and having basically the discussions between the business financial organizer and the personal financial organizer is super helpful to keep clear how much you're investing and how much you're spending. In my personal experience, when you only have a couple of clients, tracking your monthly expenses and your variable expenses together with your income in a spreadsheet is more than enough. And let me know in the comments if you want to see a video on how to set up a spreadsheet and how to track your expenses, your variable expenses, and your income. But once you get profitable and you have more clients, more expenses, I highly recommend that you get some software that keeps track of everything. It will save you so much time and so much effort and headache when you have a good software that keeps your books up to date. So, summary. First, choose a name. Don't overthink it. 15 minutes at most. Take your name, add a nutrition coach or a health coach, name, done. Next step, business setup. Think about what is your personal situation, what are your funds, what are your personal assets, what is the best option for you, and what questions do you have, and then use Google to search for a tax professional or an attorney in business law to set up your business entity. And lastly, get a bank account, get clarity on your financial situation, pay yourself first so you have steady income and the accountability to actually earn enough money to cover the expenses. Even with all of that out of the way, you know there's more to do and more to learn. For example, how to create a coaching offer that sells and how to provide a clear structure so clients thrive and reach their results. And also how to go from posting on social media to sales conversations to dealing with difficult clients. And thinking about this stuff can be scary. Building a business can be anxiety inducing and often feels overwhelming. And researching all these different topics can be a nightmare. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes energy. And even with all of that, you sometimes still feel unsure what to do. So I want to invite you to check out my free course, Sell Your First Coaching Package. It gives you a clear idea of what to do. It helps you to stop procrastinating and build the confidence. And this free course is not just a tiny snack of information. I walk you through the whole process from the coaching offer to the pricing, to the sales conversation, to actually creating a great client experience, to asking for testimonials and how to deal with difficult clients. You will stop wasting your time. You will finally know what to focus on and what is the next step and the next, so you actually move the needle of your business forward instead of turning around all the time. And you will gain clarity and confidence through taking action. Because you make noticeable progress, you will start to trust yourself more and more, and you will know exactly how much to charge, what to include in your package, how to differentiate your package from other online coaches. So you know how to create an outstanding coaching experience so clients want to sign up with you again and again and refer more people to you. If that sounds interesting, the link is in the description below. Do you have any questions about today's topic or how to build your online coaching in general? Let me know in the comment section below. And also let me know what legal step is most worrying to you. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing so you also get a notification for the next video where we talk about the apps that you need to start your nutrition coaching business. And if you want to connect personally with me, you can reach out on Instagram. The link is also in the description below.